All right, ready, go. Number one thing that holds people back from having success with rank and rent digital real estate, it's not what you think it would be. And I've had this question in my mind. I've had this question from people that are wanting to get into it, that are in it, that are like, hey, how can I avoid the pitfalls and all this different stuff? And then I have the other people that are just like, oh, they're looking for excuses. But nonetheless, it's a good question. I'm going to answer it. So, in my opinion, okay, after watching now close to 400 students come through my program, I've been in groups that have had up to, a couple thousand members. And I just look at the people that don't have success. And now I get to see it firsthand because I get the messages, I get the complaints, I get the people that are like, oh, it's because of this, because of that, whatever. It's not the thing they're complaining about. So what happens is this, guys. The people that don't have success, whether they decide to do it on their own or they decide to do it in my program, somebody else's program, whatever, the people that don't have success, it's never the reason that they say. They're always going to have a reason. They're always going to want to blame somebody else because that's just human nature, right? So, like, for example, I had somebody tell me one time, this is somebody that was in my free group. They said, oh, this business is saturated, right? There's too many people in it. I should have done it 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's saturated, right? That's the reason that they're saying, but that's not actually the reason. And as you dig in, if you go and message that person, you talk to that person one-on-one, you say, well, tell me more about it. What do you mean it's saturated? Well, I went and I looked at 10 cities and all of them already had people that are lead generators that are getting lead, whatever. They'll tell you some whatever. And it's like, okay, well, how many of those did you actually try and run? How many websites did you set up? How many ad campaigns did you set up? How many business owners did you call? How many of those business owners did you pitch? How many of those did you follow up with? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the truth is, if you look a couple steps back and you look at the root of the problem, it all usually boils down to one thing. The number one thing that I see that's holding people back is people are trying to be perfectionist. It's the analysis paralysis. It's the, oh, it's got to be perfect or else. Oh, I don't want to go into the wrong niche or else. Oh my gosh, the CPC, it's supposed to be less than $5, Nick says, but it's really close to 5, so maybe I shouldn't do it. Oh, this city looks good, but there's a lead generator in it. Oh, it's winter. It's the wanting to have the perfect time and the perfect niche and the perfect city and feel perfectly and be confident and all these things. Oh, and it's the recession. There will always be a reason why it's not the perfect time. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to make a lot of money in business and especially in rank and rent digital real estate, you need to get good at just doing. Okay? It's never going to be perfect. You're going to wake up and it's like, oh my gosh, my throat, I sound like I'm sick. And the business owner might think that I'm just working while I'm sick and I'm not being respectful. And guys, you can think of a reason no matter what, but you can also flip it and think of a reason why you should do it, okay? So, in my experience, in my opinion, the number one thing that holds people back is wanting to be perfectionists. And sometimes you can go a step further. It's not even that they want to be perfectionists, but they want to blame the fact that they want to be perfectionists. They want to blame that on why they're not taking action. And so it can even go a step further. But typically what I'm seeing is I'm seeing people that are going, oh my gosh, it's got to be perfect. And I don't want to mess up. And what if I spend money? And what if the business owner says no? And oh my gosh, guys, it's business. Okay. You're going to get punched in the mouth. You're going to get bruised. You're going to get scrapes. You're going to get cuts. You're going to get scars. And that is the beauty of business. And that's a problem for you. And you need everything to be perfect. You need to have 10 out of 10 and everything's a win. Your whole life is this picture. It's just not reality. You need to go take action. You need to try. You need to fail. You need to try that. And the best part is we have tools and resources. I've done all this stuff. I've tried the niches. I've spent the money. I've done all of it so that you don't have to. Okay? Even in the free resources that I give, I can save you so much headache, so much blood, sweat, and tears if you just listen. Okay? So, number one thing that stops people, that holds people back, and I am spitting all over today, is wanting to be perfection, wanting everything to align, wanting the timing to be right, wanting, oh my gosh, it's Thanksgiving. People aren't going to be working, so I'll call next week. And no, it's the week out, it's Cyber Monday, and we probably can't wait. Guys, just do it. Just freaking do it. I don't care if it's Christmas or Veterans Day. I do not care. I don't care if I sound like I got a smoker's cough. I don't care if I don't care. Okay, guys, if you look at my content, you're gonna see, and this is a good testament to this. You guys, these videos, I think it's probably no surprise. These are one takes, baby, one take. Okay, one take. And some of you guys like, oh, the quality, whatever. Guess what? I'm getting my message across and I'm putting it out there. And yeah, they're not perfect. And yeah, I'm spitting all over. And yeah, I probably should change my shirt because I went to the gym in it. And yeah, who cares, man? Who freaking cares? And you know what's funny? I used to be the biggest perfectionist. I used to be such a perfectionist. Check this out, yo. I would mow the lawn in my backyard. Okay, well, not by choice, but because my dad asked me to, and I would mow the lawn. And guys, not only would I make sure the lines were perfect, if I mowed down, okay, listen to this. If I mowed and it didn't have a perfect line, even though it wouldn't cut the grass, I would re-mow over it so the lines would be perfect. Then, if our weed whacker, our trimmer, whatever you guys will call it, depending on where you're at, it's the machine that will cut around the playground and the sidewalk and everything else. If that thing was out of gas, okay, because there was no electric, whatever, and it was heavy, if it was out of gas or the string was out or whatever, I would take a pair of scissors that you cut paper with. My mom as my witness, God is my witness, my little brother as my witness, and I would go and I would cut every little piece of grass around the playground, around the fence, around the sidewalk. I'm getting these weird flashbacks as I'm telling you guys this. That's who I was. I would do homework assignments. Y'all. I don't know what I was going to say there. I would do homework assignments, and if my handwriting didn't look how I wanted it to, I would erase the homework. I'm not making this up, and I would redo it, okay? That's where I started, and I'm telling you right now, that is not a formula for making money. That is probably a good place to be if you want to be a heart surgeon. Awesome. We're not talking about heart surgery. We are talking about making money. We're talking about digital real estate. We're talking about buying our time back, creating money while we sleep, mailbox money, baby, creating assets and getting freaking rich. And to do that, you need to separate yourself from that perfectionist that's in all of us. Some of us have it worse than others. And you need to go and take freaking action. It's the number one thing that I've seen holding people back. And if you are looking to get in this business model, you have got to realize you are going to make mistakes. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose deals. It's freaking K. I'm out.